So I would love someone to tell me by that time something about personal branding. Because really, to be honest, personal branding is about your self-love. And the earlier you start to love yourself and to accept yourself as you are, the happier your life will be and the more goals you can achieve in your life. Okay, today we are going to speak about personal branding, but also we are going to speak about corporate branding and about corporate influencing. I'm sure you've already come across some influencers on Instagram or maybe on TikTok. These are the social media you probably use most of the time. So, do you know any special influencers or any role models you would like to follow, you would like to be like them? But please don't say Kim Kardashian. Or maybe if it is, just say it. Sorry?
No, I was joking.
Do you have any role models in your mind? You follow someone on Instagram, right? Or maybe you post your own videos about yourself, about your stories. You do, right? You use Instagram, you use TikTok?
Yes.
Maybe Ronaldo?
I don't have the habit to make an idol for myself from the internet. I don't know these people personally. I can just, feel, how do I say it? I don't know how.
So very healthy attitude. So you like to follow yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's very grown-up attitude, very healthy. But I think in life we always need some role models and someone we can maybe a little bit copy and then develop our own habits. So, okay. Today I'm not going to speak about TikTok or about Instagram. I will just mention maybe the difference between different social platforms, which are the advantages and which are the disadvantages. But today I'm going to speak predominantly about your future, about your professional future. And for your professional future, the very best platform could be LinkedIn. This is my own profile on LinkedIn. Have you ever heard of this platform?
Yes.
Are you on LinkedIn?
I had a profile a year ago, but it was a joke with my friend.
Oh, okay.
We have to chat and we chat through LinkedIn. But it's a really nice platform for a lot of reasons. You can say where you work, your background, your CV, you can post there.
Yeah.
And you can be contacted by different companies and job offers. So it's a really nice social media.
Absolutely. So I'm only on LinkedIn. I use Instagram only to follow my sports teachers or some fashion advice. That's it. But I'm not on Facebook. I hate Facebook, to be honest. I think it's the whole system, I never come to terms with it. So I'm on LinkedIn, and I must tell you that TikTok and Instagram is fun, but LinkedIn is where the money is. So once you think about your professional future or about your professional development, even student exchange, this platform offers a lot of opportunities. And I do not work for LinkedIn. So not that you think, why am I doing so much advertising for this? But apart from my job as a key account manager international, I was offered by my company to become kind of corporate influencer. Do you know what corporate influencing is? Can you identify the difference between personal branding and or just an influencer and corporate influencer? Who is corporate influencer? There are two words. Corporate, when you work for a company, and influencer. So you post, you do the things to promote your company and to promote the brand. Like companies, they create brands, and people, they give the brands some faces.
Advertising different brands.
Advertising different brands, that's right. But not like, a straightforward advertising and talking only about the products. I think that if you speak about influencing, stories also belong to influencing, and your personal attitude belongs to influencing. So when you work for a company and a company asks you to be corporate influencer for them, you have to feel the connection between you and the company, otherwise you cannot do it. Okay. So just showing you a short profile of mine, there is a short description of who I am. I have over 2 decades of professional experience in international sales, B2B business, so we do not sell to private customers. I was responsible for a long time for the regions of Eastern Europe, but I also have worked with Scandinavia, Switzerland, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and Central Asia. And I have great passion for sales, because sales, I think, really connects people. And if it were not for business, I think there will be more wars in this world. I really believe that business and making business between different nationalities and between different countries is something which helps to preserve peace in many cases. Okay, now let's just begin and let's just go through some facts about personal branding and about employer branding. So, do you have any connection with this term, personal branding?
No.
Have you done it before?
No.
Okay, well, for me, personal branding is first of all the art of self-love. You have to come to terms with yourself your whole life. So it's better to start liking yourself, and I think the genuine relationship with yourself, like you start accepting yourself, will come later in life. And some people, they never come to terms with themselves. So they struggle their whole life to accept themselves as they are. And I think it's a very important task, especially at younger age, to start reflecting on that topic. Well, on the other hand, we have the term of employer branding. So what's the difference? Employer branding is about a brand of a company. So what the company stands for. When you look for an employer for your, I don't know, if you want to find a job, where do you look usually? Have you ever thought of finding a traineeship or a job? Have you ever thought about it?
Yes, usually I look to find some restaurant or some place which would accept 17 years old looking for a job.
Right. But where do you look, if you find a restaurant, how can you identify, is it a good restaurant, is it a bad one, which is the culture, which is the atmosphere, what kind of bosses they have?
Well, I'm a trier, so I first have to try at least one day to understand what the bosses like, what's the atmosphere there.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll just try and see how it goes.
I see. But wouldn't you just go on social media and see what's the evaluation on social media, which are the comments about this future employer and how that company presents itself on social media?
Well, such a thing wouldn't come through my mind actually.
Maybe after this session.
That's a good idea.
Maybe after this session. But I can tell you that, for example, in Germany, if young people would like to apply for a job, the first thing they do, they go on LinkedIn and they see how this company presents itself on LinkedIn. How many followers does this company have, and how many posts they do, and which are the topics they focus on. So company's branding or employer branding is about values and culture and visions. And the companies present themselves on social media just to appear as attractive as possible as an employer, because there is a lot of competition going on, especially, I don't know, in Bulgaria probably as well, in finding really good employees. It's very difficult to find professionals, loyal professionals. So the company, they have kind of a battle for the better professionals, and this battle takes place on LinkedIn. They try to position themselves as good as possible. So a bit later, I will speak about my own employer, which is the Bole AG company, in terms of employer branding and the correlation between personal and employer branding. So, but now let's focus on you, on personal branding. What is personal branding? Personal branding is about creating your own brand. And you need to understand first who you are. Which set of emotions controls you, embraces you, strengthens you, and on the other hand, maybe you have some boundaries inside, something which prevents you from doing what you really would like to do, some inner conflicts which you can you know, just reflect on these topics and try to find out which are the problems